Hey guys, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and today we're going to review the camera on the Lumia 435. So the Lumia 435 is the new budget smartphone, or rather the cheapest Lumia ever from Microsoft, and it's priced 5,999 and available in India. And this has a 4-inch WVGA display and is powered by 1.2 GHz dual-core Snapdragon 200 chipset with 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB of internal storage, and it has Windows Phone 8.1 and its 2 megapixel rear camera and a front VGA camera. So considering the devices in this price category, the Android ones or even the other Windows phones, generally we would expect a 5 megapixel camera in the budget category. That's around the 5 to 6K range. We would expect a 5 megapixel camera, but Microsoft has done away with just a 2 megapixel camera, which is rather disappointing considering that a lot of Android phones even have 8 megapixel camera in this price point. So like the Redmi 1S, which has a really beautiful 8 megapixel camera. So this has only a 2 megapixel camera, and probably that's one really disappointing factor with this device. So this is a budget category phone, so that's where Microsoft has done the cost cutting. So it has only a 2 megapixel camera, so this is a 2 megapixel camera, and on top of that it does not even have a flash, nor it's an autofocus. It's a fixed focus. So in summing up, this is a fixed focus 2 megapixel camera with no flash. There's also front VGA camera that can be only used for video calls, that we can't even use for selfies, because it's very low resolution front camera. So that's a 2 megapixel camera. Now let's see the interface. So this has the Windows Phone 8.1 denim update. So with the denim update, what Microsoft has done is remove the default camera app. Now the camera app default is the Lumia camera app. So this is the Lumia camera app we are just opening up now. So the Lumia camera app is one of the best camera apps around. So you can see this is the radial interface, and it has a great amount of features. You can see here white balance, ISO, you can set the shutter speed, and there is also brightness variations available. So there are quite a lot of options. Even though this very basic camera, that's a 2 megapixel camera, there are quite a lot of options available. So you can set this, and you can also just swipe in and access the options from here. So there is no flash around, so you can see the flash is disabled, so there is no flash available on this device. Apart from that, you also have this smart sequence. You can take photos in sequence. That's another option. Then apart from that, you also have the video mode. So video mode, again, there is one option, that is the different modes. You can see set the different modes. That's the only option available. And you can see here the setting. If you go to the settings, you can select the front facing camera, lenses, and if you go to the settings, you can see the maximum resolution supported is just FWVGA, that's 480p. So that's the only option available. So that's quite disappointing, because a lot of Android phones have HD and full HD video recording support. And remember, the Snapdragon 200 chipset does support 720p, but Microsoft has again done some cost cutting here, and probably that's the reason it has only 480p recording. That was the case even with a lot of other devices which run the Snapdragon 200 chipset, like the Lumia 535, even the Micromax Canvas Win, and the Lava Iris Win, other phones also. So none of these phones have the HD recording, so this is also 480p recording. Now let's see the camera interface once again. Just open this camera interface, and if you go to settings from here, so we have the lenses, switch to front facing camera, there is timer, bracketing, and the settings. You can also have a tutorial on how to take photos in case you're new to Lumia camera. So let's go to the settings. So this is picture settings. You can see aspect ratio as 16:9 or 4:3. That's the option available. Then if you go to videos, we have already seen that there's only 480p recording. So it's a pretty basic camera, but then the good aspect is that it has a Lumia camera. So now this is a 2 megapixel camera, so you can't expect some great photos or even average photos. That's very difficult from a 2 megapixel camera. So before we decide on whether the camera is good or not, let's see the photos first. So here are the daylight photos. They are taken in bright sunlight. So as you can see from the photos, the colors have come pretty decent. It's not that great quality, but still for a 2 megapixel camera, this is pretty decent performance. And the real issue with this camera is that it can't capture too much detailing, and it's noisy and blurred. The photos are a lot noisier than the other cameras in this price point. and the detailing is very low. Although the contrast ratio and the brightness looks pretty decent, and also the color quality for this 2 megapixel camera, the two main issue is the detailing. That's lack of detailing available because it's just a 2 megapixel sensor, and secondly the fixed focus. There is no autofocus, and the fixed focus doesn't help with close-up shots. So here are some of the close-up shots taken, and you can see the close-up shots are really blurry, and there is lack of autofocus. So again, in the close-up photos, the color quality looks pretty decent. If you compare this 2 megapixel camera with a 2 megapixel camera on an Android phone, we can say that this is really better than that, because the color quality looks pretty decent for a 2 megapixel sensor. And overall quality, if you compare with another 2 megapixel from an Android phone, this is much better. But having said that, the overall quality, when you compare the price category, that's a 5 to 6K price category, we have most cameras performing really well in the Android, like the Redmi 1S, even the Honor Oli, and even other devices in this price category have really great performance. If you compare that with this device, this is really poor performance from a Lumia camera. Now let's see some of the low light photos. So obviously this 2 megapixel camera isn't any good for low light photography. So here are some of the photos. So again, you can see here, if there is decent amount of lighting available, the photo captures are pretty good, pretty decent. We can't say it's good, pretty decent. Again, there is lot of noise, and it's again blurry, and there is lack of detailing, but it still can capture photos. So you can see these are some of the low light photos taken, and they come pretty decent for a 2 megapixel shooter. Again, the lack of LED flash is another big issue with this device, and also fixed focus. So those were the low light photography. And now let's see the video sample. That's a 480p sample. This is really poor quality video sample. When most of the cameras in this price point have the HD and full HD video recording, this is really poor quality, and it's lot noisy, and there is lack of sharpness and detailing, and it's also blurry. So overall the video quality is very poor in this category, and the 2 megapixel sensor is again very low quality when compared to the competition. So overall this is not a phone where you can take decent captures. But if you're not really concerned about the camera experience on a budget smartphone, this is really decent buy at 5999. But if you're looking for a decent or average camera experience in the 5K range, this is not one device you would suggest for a camera with just 2 megapixel sensor, and also no autofocus and LED flashlight. So it also has a front facing VGA camera. Again, as we said before, it can be used only for video calls. Again, the clarity is pretty low, and it can't be even be used for selfies because it's very low resolution. So that was the camera review of the Lumia 435. Hope you liked this video. If you have any questions, just drop a comment and we'll be glad to help you out with your queries. If you like this video, do hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.